Okay, so it's time for a recap on the attributes we learned so far. So I'm quickly going to go over them. We have our point here. It's in Origo. It's 0, 0, 0. Excuse me. To begin with, we learned position. Position of vector, and you can follow along here. It already has a position actually. It's 0, 0, 0. This is the geometry spreadsheet. Here you can see all the attributes anything has. So we're on point right now. Here, point. So currently it only has a position 0, 0, 0. And with the transform, we can transform it up and it gets a position of 0, 1, 0. As you can see, it moved up in Y. So position, it's a vector. It's called P. It's yeah. It's anything in Houdini is always gonna have a position, even voxels in a simulation or whatever. Position is always there. Always a very super common attribute. Next up, we had color. We can add color with a color node. As you can see in the spreadsheet, CDR, CDG, and CDB. So color is also vector. It has a RGB value basically, and we can add it with a color attribute, color node, and we had added 1 to the X, 0.5 to the Y, and 0.2 to the Z. And this means the point will get kind of this color. Let me zoom in out a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, but whatever. It gets the color. Let's put it to red. You can see it better probably. Yeah, there it is. So color, vector attribute as well. Super common, super important. Yeah, also shows up here. So next up we learned a normal. A normal is a vector as well. It has a direction and we can display it in the viewport by clicking here. And as you can see, we added the normal with the point sub here by doing from keep normal to add normal, and we put it to 1 in Y. So it now is 1 to Y, and we can see it by this pointy thing that points upwards. And next up we learn ID. ID is very useful, and I commonly grab it from the PT num to begin with. So the ID is an integer. It's not a float. It's not a vector. It's an integer. Anyway, so the ID, it grabs the point number and converts it to ID. And ID is here, as you can see. It's 0 for ptnum 0. Next up we learn p-scale. P-scale is a float, and we added it with our attribute create. It's called p-scale. We put the value to 1.5, and this is basically the area around the point that will get rendered or anything like that. It doesn't represent anything in the viewport, but you can use a copy sub and copy on a sphere to it, and that sphere will accurately represent the p-scale. Yeah, that's it for now. We'll learn more a bit later. Thanks.